Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're talking about Only Murders in the Building, episode 5. Now we're really getting into the whole mystery of it. And before we get into it, please make sure you like the video. Please make sure to subscribe if you're new here. If you like all the new movies and TV shows, we talk about all that stuff here. So, but let's get into episode 5. So this is a spoiler review. I'm going to be recapping the whole episode. Thankfully, it's only like 26 minutes. I think this is the shortest episode we've gotten yet. But I'm going to walk you guys through it, and then at the end, I'll give guys my thoughts, and I'll give you guys my rating of what I thought of the episode. But this one's titled Twist, and it kind of starts out where we left out at 4, at the end of 4. Mabel's being followed by Tie-Dye Guy's shirt. I did have my theory from last video where I did think Tie-Dye Shirt Guy was going to just be an old friend, not really the killer, not really, what this whole show's about. And that's what it's revealed, and it's being an old friend, Oscar, who was in the friend group with Tim Kono that Mabel used to have. And he's just an old friend, so they just go and they agree to catch up. When we go to Charles and Oliver, which is Steve Martin and Martin Short's characters, they just got revealed by Oliver's son that Mabel knew Tim Kono, and she's kind of been hiding that from them. And so they now believe that, she's the main suspect now, or at least Oliver believes that Charles is still sort of like skeptical. And so they agree to just follow Mabel and her friend now, and to see where it leads them. So that's pretty much what this whole episode is about. It's really Charles and Oliver following Mabel, and Mabel and her friend Oscar kind of like catching up. And, stuff that happens though, like in Mabel and Oscar, while they're catching up, it's sort of revealed that Oscar was there the night that Tim Kono died, which is, I don't know if that was supposed to be like this big revelation, because we already knew that, because we knew that he's Tie-Dye Guy's shirt. In the first episode, we saw the Tie-Dye Guy's shirt guy walk up the stairs, which they show us this scene again. So it was like, it wasn't like this big twist or whatever. So that's something that we already knew. Coming back to Charles and Oliver, they do some more research on one of Mabel's friends that died, the one that fell off the building. They kind of research her, and they run into these two other guys, and they all have like a conversation about podcasts in the car. Really, this scene didn't matter for me at all. One thing I want to say now about this episode, because if you enjoy, like if you're watching this show for Steve Martin and Martin Short, like the banter between them, the chemistry, which is good. If that's like one of your main draws for this show is watching them, then you may really like this episode. For me, my main draw is like the mystery and further unraveling the story, and I just don't think we did it as well in this episode. So I'll get back to that. So as Oscar and Mabel are talking again, kind of Oscar gives Mabel a clue about matching tattoos, and that kind of leads Mabel to want to go to the tattoo parlor where Tim Kono used to go. And so it leads him to the tattoo parlor, but then Oscar kind of reveals that, he doesn't want to get wrapped up and involved in this mystery thing. He just got out of jail. He's been in jail for 10 years. He doesn't want to just get back into this. He wants to do like normal stuff with Mabel. He hasn't seen her in a while. And Mabel is just kind of like desperate, and she just wants to find out all these answers. So she like has to go in the tattoo parlor, and they kind of like just split ways there. So Mabel goes into the tattoo parlor, and that's when Charles and Oliver catch up with her. They confront her and say, why didn't you tell us that you knew Tim Kono, all this stuff, like we think you're the killer. And Mabel just kind of says, like, I'm not the killer, obviously, like, I'm sorry, like, she apologizes, says that's why she's so, like, invested in this, because she knew him. And before Charles and Oliver have a chance to really respond, Oscar comes back and kind of, like, apologizes to Mabel and, like, has ice cream or stuff like that. And he reveals to all of them that he was there on Tim Kono's death, like something that we already knew again. That's what I'm saying. Like they made it like this big thing. Like I don't know, for the characters, it's a big thing, that Oscar was there. But it was for us, it was like something we already knew. Like this, like the second time they're saying this is like a big twist. So I was like, okay, yeah, like we already knew that. Like why are you even like saying it again? But then the tattoo artist. This is where I guess is like the most interesting parts is at the end of each episode, and the tattoo artist reveals that Tim Kono was. He suspected he was going to die, and I kind of had to like link to like this black market jewelry stuff. So I guess Tim Kono was involved in that. And while everyone's confused, Mabel's like, oh, that makes sense. And she like just dumps a bag of jewelry and says that she found this in Tim Kono's apartment. So I guess now they have a motive. This is going to lead to the next episode, obviously. Where I guess Tim Kono was involved in some black market jewelry stuff. And that's why he got killed because of this. But my thoughts on the episode is that I do think it was underwhelming. Really short episode. That's why, I'll give you guys my rating right now. I'm giving it a 3.3 out of 5. I think it actually should be a little bit lower. But because the runtime is so short, it's not like, I don't feel like I wasted my time, It's not like a bad episode. It's just kind of like you're just watching. You're like, I'm waiting for the, more of the mystery to come out. This one's probably the most comedic episode. There's a lot of comedic parts with Steve Martin and Martin Short. Like I said, if that's your main draw for this episode, for the show, then you may really enjoy this one. For me, the comedic elements wasn't something I was really that big on. I just was, I liked the mystery of it. And this one, we don't really unpack and unravel too much. One thing I forgot to mention about Tie Guy Shirt Guy is that he does also reveal, like, this is pretty big, in that at the end in the tattoo parlor scene, he says that when he went to Tim Conan's apartment, he did go there to fight him, or to, like, confront him and fight him. And before he was about to knock on the door, he heard a gunshot in Tim Conan's apartment and he ran away. So that kind of crossed him off the list of suspects, as well as Mabel Selena Gomez's character. Could the show do a wraparound thing where it really is Oscar and he did go there and shoot him and, he didn't actually just stand out there? Maybe. I don't think so. I do think Oscar he's not like a, I don't know, he's not a character. I don't think he's the murderer, and I don't think Mabel is either. It's probably something we haven't seen yet. But love to hear your guys' theories. Love to hear what you guys thought of this episode. If you didn't like it, let me know. If you did enjoy it, I'd like to hear, why you enjoyed it too. Maybe you, like I said, I think this one's really comedic, so if that's what you like, you'll enjoy it. But yeah, underwhelming episode. Not really looking forward to next week too much, Hopefully, the show gets better. Hopefully this is the worst episode. But like I said, it wasn't anything crazy bad. It's 26 minutes long, so it's not, you're not wasting your time. It's just kind of like meanders through and doesn't really have too much big revelations, or we don't really learn anything crazy new. Only with the jewelry stuff at the end, that's new. We'll see where all that leads, but like I said, just underwhelming episode. But please make sure to like this video if you guys thought this was cool, helpful, whatever. Please make sure to subscribe if you're new here, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.